So it's day 34, hiking the Appalachian Trail. Thank you, friend, for coming along with this journey. The scenery out there is just amazing, and I think I made the right call stopping last night. I was the only person in the shelter, which is a little bit freaky at first. I hung my food up, and it's in a bear bag. I got a little fire going, and it was really nice. It was really peaceful. But then in the middle of the night, every little bump that you hear, you're like, is that a bear? And it's more like just an acorn falling off of a tree or something like that and hitting the roof. But you're just like, is that a bear? Is that a bear? But once I got over that, I got a really restful night's sleep, and I don't have any complaints. Just look at that view. That's awesome. So I feel good. Today is not supposed to be as up was yesterday, but I mean, just like right there, I gotta go up there. So, but these are just kind of little rolling hills. They're not bad at all. At the beginning of the trail, like on day one, I'd be like, oh my God, look at that hill. That thing sucks. Now you're like, oh, that's just a rolling hill. It's not a big deal. But considering that I came from down there, just builds you up every day. And I think every day just kind of prepares you for the next, and it gives you a break when it needs to. So it's like 7 a.m. and I'm walking. I woke up at 5, and that's about when the sun comes up. 5:15, it starts to get light out. And so, you got Mother Nature's alarm clock, which is really cool. And I'm just going to start walking, and I think I'm going to do like I did yesterday, not have any type of specific plan in mind or destination. When I get there, I'll know. So if I see some really cool stuff along the way, I'll make sure to share it. And speaking of sharing, share all my videos. No kid deserves cancer. Share the link to the donation. And no donation is too small. All right, we'll see you guys in a bit. So I've gone from the fields and highlands to just kind of ridge running in the forest in this nice green lush blanket. I just saw a couple minutes ago a brown ferret chasing around not a groundhog. What is it? The little Chippendale guys. It might be a groundhog. Yeah. And then I just came across this. Somebody built this nice little rock thing, and I thought it looked nice, and I thought I would just showcase it real quick. Having a great time. I feel pretty good, and part of the problem of hiking out up on top of a mountain and then hiking the top ridge of said mountain is water's pretty scarce. So this morning I woke up with only a half a liter of water, and it doesn't look like there's water now for probably another 4 or 5 miles, and I've already gone somewhere between 7 to 9 miles. I'm not sure. I gotta check. But nothing you can do except keep walking. Not a big deal. I just take a little sip here and there as I go, but I'll just deal with it as it comes. So I stopped for my 10-mile break, just to get a little bit of water, but I don't have much. And right where I was, there was this other hiker, and she was on her phone, and she was talking about her wallet was lost. And then some other hikers found it, and they dropped it off a hotel. The hotel called her, and they're back and forth about how to get it back to her, but she's going the opposite direction that her wallet is. And so she hung up the phone, and she's like, yeah, man, I don't have my wallet, and I'm headed to wherever, to the hostel that I was at 2 or 3 nights back, the Lick Skillet, where everything is based off donations. So she could probably resupply there, but again, that's 2 to 3 days away at my pace. So she I was like, well, what do you have? And she's like, I got just a couple of bars left. That was it. And yeah, that's it. I'm like, oh, okay. So I opened up my pack. I pulled out all my food and said, here, take what you need. And then I pulled out my wallet, and I only had $20 in it, but I was like, here, $20, it's all for you. And she was just floored, And so she took whatever food that she needed, spiderweb. And she tried to be modest about it, but I was like, don't sweat it. I'm going to resupply pretty quick. So then she took some more, which was fine. And then, just then, the weirdest thing happened. Out of nowhere, a fawn just came darting down the trail, just right by us, and then that was it. No doe ahead, no doe behind, and nothing chasing. But yeah, it was really quite weird and quite beautiful, just the same. So, all of that being said, I packed up my stuff and I wished her a farewell. She went south and I went north, and now she has enough food and hopefully a little bit of money that she can get where she's going and get her wallet and get some food. So you never know when a good deed of the day is going to present itself, so just always be ready. So as you can see and probably hear, this beautiful, beautiful river behind me, my water crisis is over. I have enough. And I feel good. And I just want to keep on walking. And I'm going to stop at that road and have a little lunch. So a lot of the trail has been like this today, which, whether you're going up or you're going down, there's just a lot of ankle issues, and just got to be really careful and watch what you're doing. A lot of fun. My last climb of the day, which was horrendous, is done. So I've got about 6 miles until the next shelter, and when I get there, I'm gonna see how I feel. Okay, so my shelter is about 2 miles just up that way, and I'm not chasing the sun, but I'll get there in about, 30 minutes, maybe 40. I'm going to resupply my water before I get to the shelter. So I'll have my 2 1-liter bottles full, and then I'll have my 3-liter bladder. And that'll give me enough water for a good start tomorrow, and then dinner tonight and breakfast tomorrow as well. Because for the past, couple of nights, I've been pulling into places and there's been no water. There's a water source like a half a mile before it, which I'm not about walking a half a mile backwards from where I came. So there's a water source stream just up this way about maybe 3/10 of a mile. So I'll top off there. And I thought about continuing on tonight, but it's the rest of the night would be downhill, which is not a big deal, but it would also be downhill on unstable rocks. And as it's getting darker, I just tripped. As it's getting darker and darker, I'm more apt to trip and twist up my ankles more. And I've twisted my right one pretty good today. 2 or 3 times, And for some reason, that's the one that I always twist. And if you saw a picture of them side by side, you'd be like, oh my God, it's chronically swollen. And I suppose that'll end when I get to Katahdin or a week afterward. But until then, there's not really a whole lot I can do about it. But I don't really want to chance it with the darkness. Oh, and look, I think there's a water source right here. Let's check it out. I don't know. A little bit of running water. I don't know. Maybe I'll get some water here. All right. So I decided to wait for just a little bit more time, and I got a wonderful water source right in here. So it's going to be a lot faster this way as well. All right. I'll see you guys tomorrow.